Hi guys, Nebula here, and welcome back to West of Loathing. Where we last left off, we are about to approach these necromancers, these cultists. Looks like they barely maintain control over that skeleton. Let's wait a while and see what happens. You hide behind a tombstone and wait. After a few moments, the skeleton wrenches itself from the cultist's control and goes on a rampage. Bones and teeth fly everywhere, and none of them belong to the skeleton, if that gives you any indication of how the fight turns out. Suddenly satisfied with the carnage it caused, the skeleton scratches something into the ground and then shuffles off to the south. Yikes. Nothing here but 3 bedrolls and a single stale smell. Grutch. So the skeleton roach must be its name? Black book on the pedestal here. Let's take it. Frightening topics in Nexmex. Give you the raised skeletal thrall skill. I don't need Nexmex. Thread room. Nothing left but boots and teeth. Alright. Investigate. Discipline slip. Looks like one of the necromancer's cultists got written up. 2 more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal, just corporate policy. Read over the infraction listed on the slip. Looks like one of those cultists was gathering dangerous mushrooms. Curious. You stick the slip in your journal. Nice. Peninsula Wackersley. Nice lady, but a really unfortunate name. Alright, back over I go. Down. 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 Over to the tree, because I have a key for this tree. A secret door opens in the side of the tree. There's a chest inside. I got the Toontine treasure chest. This chest was hidden behind the secret wall. Ooh, this chest contains a lone but extremely large gemstone and a document describing a Tauntoon, which you apparently won despite not even signing up for it. Unbreakable ruby. Ah, so this is why they formed that Tauntine. Lol. Okay, well, I don't know. So I guess that's just 2,000 meat. Alright. Now give me a second. Wait. Oh my goodness, there's multiple Beckys. Alright, let me just look over my notes. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. It has been like 15 minutes. But I have finally whittled it down to there, clearly seen. Whittled it down to 2 people. You have Penelope or Melissa. So the last thing I have to check is where they are. So if I remember correctly, Penelope is here, but Patricia's here, and then Melissa here. Yeah, I think it's Melissa. I'll try it. I think I know who she was. Did her name start with an M? Was it Lissa? Oh. Okay. So, it seems to be Penelope. I have to try again in a day. Ugh, come on. Well, there goes all of that. Alright. Let's just go to the baker's boy hideout, why not? Talk to him. Hornswoggle. Get the tuna fork. I'm sorry, I'm not reading it. I'm just... I'm so pissed that I got messed up by that. Entering the bakery. These teenagers seem dispirited, and are trying to drown their sorrows with big mugs of water. Maybe they misunderstood the idiom. Hey, you boys wouldn't know about some bread that went missing, would you? I'm nuts, I told you we got in trouble, Billy. Shut up, Jerry. We just blab of everything, dude. Calm down, you two. The mayor just wants his bread back. Hand it over and the trouble you'll be in will be minimal. Ain't that simple, mister. We sold that meat for bread to start up this bakery. Why? Because we want to make something with our lives. Everyone in Breadwood is just bums. Plus, like, everyone eats bread, right? So we figured we'd make it big. Okay, well, no problem. We'll take the bread you made and call it even. Oh yeah, no problem. Except for the fact that we don't know a dang thing about making bread, it turns out. All we ended up with is weird lumps. Aw, that ain't true, Billy. The last loaf we tried was almost right. Yeah, sure, that one was nearly edible, but we're practically out of ingredients. Maybe I can help. I know a place where you can get more grain. They have so much you'll never notice if you guys take some on the quiet. Hey, that sounds like a good deal. We didn't even need much, just enough to figure out a recipe and start making enough meat to buy our own. Okay, I'll draw you a map. After a couple tries, the boy hit on a decent bread recipe and bake enough to cover what they stole from the mayor. All's well that ends well. Nice. We helped. And now we collect things. Alright. Let us... Is there anything now? Well, I guess we could just head back to Breadwood to drop off the things. I guess that we could do that. Any luck recovering our yeast from those bandits up at the old Schmaltz brewery? Yep. Well done. That's quite a help, thank you. Did you manage to get our bread back from those miserable baker boys? Sure did. Thank goodness for that. Another missed payday would have caused a riot for sure. You were able to find that missing library book? Half of it. Well, that's a real bagel batter. Oh well, everyone mostly skipped the words and just looked at the pictures anyway. And mostly the bottom half of the pictures, so that's alright. At least the captions are still there, I guess? Did you manage to get the logging permit yet? Not yet. Any sign of that missing mail? Not yet. Did you sort out that trouble at the cemetery? Yep, the caretaker's back on duty. I'm doing the wrong voices for the wrong people. Ugh. I'll just read it normally so I don't get mixed up again. Well, that's certainly good to hear. Those skeletons were a real nuisance. They sure have a way of getting under your skin. So the last thing I need to do is get the wood. Logging permit. You list of Breadwood's problems. Missing mail. Install a logging permit. Bad lumber deal. We're giving lumber to the railroad company for like no meat at all, and that's bad. No, last time the mayor let this list get over 3 items, we chased him out of town with his breadstick nailed on top of his head. Alright. Well, we can go finish off the episode by go getting the mail thing taken care of. Loot the bags. Nice. No trespassing. Well, let's trespass. Stack of old newspapers. Oh, I have to go to the post office in Dirtwater, huh? Might as well. Alright, here we are. Talk to him. Let's drop into the mercantile, see if we can sell things, buy things. Nothing you have really interests me, sir. Yeah, nothing you have really interests me. So never mind. Post office. I need some help tracking down missing mail. How do you mean? A mail delivery went missing on the way to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. The local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which one I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret, but I ain't supposed to just give it out either. A delivery gone missing is bad news, though. Suppose it's alright just this once. Wait here a sec. After a couple minutes, she comes back with a sheet and note paper. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, see? Based on region and direction of travel. Explains how to work with the code you need and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. Nice. What do I do with this? It just helps. Okay, back to the postal station. Alright, here we are. You use the cheat sheet to find the route map that leads to Breadwood. Alright, follow the map. You follow the map, and along the route in Breadwood, you find a suspicious-looking house. Well, let's investigate that house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put a finger on it, but the place looks perfectly normal after all. But you can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Do you feel it? Someone ain't right here. Too quiet. It is pretty creepy. I feel like somebody's watching us. I can feel the hairs on my neck standing up. I ain't scared of nothing, but why are we doing this again? True. Cellar door, man. I bet it's all kinds of horror down there, like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. It's locked, but it's locked. Is it locked to keep you out or locked to keep you in? Whoa, it's a plot lock. These things are unpickable. So we're not allowed to lockpick it because it's a plot lock. You approach the door hesitantly. You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. Come in. It's open. It's always open. The door creaks open and you step inside. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast. Oh, sorry, I have a lisp. A lisp? Yeah, it makes lewd sound like lewd. I see. Bead and breakfast. I see. People always also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all. There's a large collection of steel chains and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or probably dry blood, or possibly both. Hi, you've noticed my collection. Yeah, it's, dramatic. It belonged to my father and his father before him. They were butchers. And you? I do a little bit, but it's not professionally. I broke with the family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Bed and breakfast, you mean? There's a lot of blood on the floor here. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, as this is certainly red blood like blood. But this is tomato soup. Tomato soup? Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning up when you arrived. I see. A little pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepathyme and Earl Grape. Okay. Kettle on the stove and it's still hot. Sorry, that's private. It's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bead room. Oh, right, gotcha. Never mind then. Okay, let's talk to Chuck. Chuck is staring at you. Notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares and then resets when he blinks, which is not often enough. Excuse me? Yes, how can I help you? You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? That's what I slewed, yes. Could I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest had only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. Well, what's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout. Special tea blend? Yes, a special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Oh. What kind of sausage are you after? Long pork sausages. My grandmother's own recipe. Did you just say long pork? That's right. I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. The mailman did die recently? Why, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here, in spirit. Thanks. A cellar door. Man, I bet it's all kinds of horror down there, like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. What do I do here? There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled sleep thyme and Earl grape. You serendipitously switch the labels. Chuck doesn't seem to have noticed. Alright. What's on the menu? Special tea blend? Oh, that's remind me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips at it while he's staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my, I'm coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my blood down for a few minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me. Sure. Let's enter. Let's sneaky. Chuck's sleeping pretty soundly, but you should be careful not to wake him anyways. Alright, sneaky snook. What's over here? Going through Chuck's drawer seems like maybe it's not a good idea. There's a key on top of the dresser. Yoink. Yoink indeed. Alright, off to the end of the door. You unlock the door and steal yourself. It doesn't look nearly as horrific down there as you expected, unless you're particularly horrified by an unnamed bed. Books left by previous guests. There's a few good books in here, actually. Modern Snake Oiler, Locks and How to Pick 'em, and Horrifying Complex of Nightmares. What a haul. Blank postcard. Mail. Let me see this book. Modern Snake Oiler. You've already learned all the techniques in this magazine. You do manage to pick up a few tips and tricks from the letters to the editor, though, so it's not a complete waste. Then you hide the magazine under a log in the woods. Maybe some child will find it and become a snake oiler in the future. That'd be great. Alright, other books. Lockpicking book. You've already learned everything this book has to teach you. Yeah, good point. Okay. Well, I got the bag of mail. As you're climbing out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness, you found my mail. This mail bag is yours? Yes, I've been stressed out lately, so I took the day off and rented a room here for a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy, a little weird I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great, the tomato soup and those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia too. It did seem pretty effective. Anyways, I forgot my mailbag and I wasn't tracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Ah, running low. Sure, no problem. Here you go. The mailman walks away with the bag over his shoulder, whistling a cheerful tune. Well, that's sorted, I guess. Oh my goodness, it's running so slowly. My whole computer's running so slowly. So I'm gonna end this episode here. If you liked it, like it. If you want to talk to me, comment down below, and we'll do some more West of Loathing later. But until then, see ya.